Hi, I'm Tony Cooper and welcome to the second dev diary for Time Scavengers. Now oddly, I thought this had been a slow month, mainly because a lot of the stuff I've been doing isn't stuff I can really video, but I actually accomplished quite a lot. So, cracking on, the first main update is doing multiple scenes for testing, well, loading multiple scenes, pretty obviously. But while it's obvious, it threw up quite a few issues with scripting and how I set up prefabs for the player and the ship, which I had to fix. So game dev tip, get multiple scenes and switch in between them in your game as early on as you can, because that will really inform how you set up code or scripting. With that done and the issues sorted, the next thing was creating an arrival at wreck animated cutscene with text. Now all the wrecks in the game will have different intros, so different animations for the ship and their own descriptive text about what the wreck is. So the one that's in there at the moment is not pretty, it's purely functional for the prototype, but it works nicely. The next big thing was to use this new setup with the scenes and the wreck like splash screen to create a test quest. So I added a hangar bay to represent the home base, had to create some new ship animations, a little prototype UI screen where you can select to go to the wreck. I added an NPC waiting in the hangar bay for you, set up the dialogue system with some conversations with that NPC, some chat between the player character and the co-pilot at the wreck, and some variables and dialogue logic that I needed to track where in the conversation you were, where the player had been and what they'd done so that I could branch to the correct NPC responses. And that's now all done. We have a quest that works across multiple scenes with all the required dialogue. And after doing that, I designed and set up a full airlock process that the player has to go through to exit and re-enter their ship. And the reason for that is because I wanted the game to feel grounded, feel like you're working in this lived-in environment of the ship, where everything you do is very deliberate and has purpose. So yes, I did a flowchart for that and did all the logic and added a few extra screens to interact with to start off the whole process, and one big display screen to give you information about the air pressure and whether the gravity's on or off and that kind of information. And some other things I've done include making a little cargo drone by modifying a Cinti asset to have a glitchy little face with a very simple animation. I also changed the ladder in the ship cargo hold to be an elevator, because seriously, screw ladders. And I also added some test waypoints at the wreck. These are not final, but eventually you'll be able to scan wrecks and different waypoints for different entrances and points of interest will pop up on your screen. And as well as all that, many other bug fixes and tweaks. So next, I want to do some sound effects and VFX for the airlock, because this just to spice it up and get it finally sort of finished and make it feel really good. I want to set up some more items that you can cut apart and grab. I also want to do more modelling inside the player's ship, particularly the cargo bay, which is like really bare. And I also need to design and start building the home base, because those are the two main locations where the player will spend the bulk of their time. I also want to add in wreck scanning, which is linked to the waypoints I mentioned earlier. And those little cargo drones, yeah, I'm going to animate them and set up some logic so they can grab items themselves and take them away to the cargo bay. Which takes me to the next big task, which is setting up the cargo bay inventory system. That's going to take a lot of planning and work, so I'm delaying that one as much as I can until it's absolutely inevitable. And that's it for this month. You can follow me on my socials to get regular updates. Otherwise, I shall see you in a few weeks' time. Bye for now.